This is Jim Emter, Van Ahn Company, Alexandria, Minnesota, with their closing grain and livestock comments for April 12, 2018. Corn market up 1.5 to 1 3/4. Soybeans up 13 cents on the old crop. New crop up 7. Chicago wheat down 6 1/4. Minneapolis down 6 in the old, 3 in the new. And we had Kansas City wheat down 8.5 to 9 1/4. So let's talk beans first. Big export business today, 1.5 million metric tons. The news there is we've got 20 weeks left of the market year. And if we have 2 more weeks like we had today, we will basically meet USDA's export sales quota already. So we can only average 150,000 metric tons per week, and we had 1.5 million metric tons. So going to need to keep an eye on that. Reason enough for soybeans to rally higher and kind of get up into this high zone. Corn market caught in a little bit of limbo as to what this winter storm means, what the cool weather means. And then wheat market there, obviously with this system pushing a little further south into central South Dakota, that freed up North Dakota quite a bit here, freed up kind of that central area of Minnesota, and that maybe brings some optimism with 50s returning back next week for planting. And then in Kansas City, Chicago, forecasted to get some rain here in the 6 to 10, 8 to 14 days. So a real mix of news, a lot to sort out. We need a lot of confirmation yet out of the models to show some warmth into the latter part of next week, and also to show that rain for winter wheat country where we've been so extremely dry and have upwards of 40-mile-an-hour sustained winds and 85-degree type temperatures here as you work into the weekend. So less than ideal conditions, but maybe some relief on the way. We'll have to watch that and see how we react. The bean market, we're as good as the next tariff threat or increased export outlook or lack thereof. So look for a wild card in the market to be swaying left, right, everywhere in between, up, down. When you look to the feeder cattle market, you got a market there where we're up $3 today to 442.5, almost closed limit there in the second contract. The live cattle market up 150 to 225, and the hog market up $1 to $1.47.5. Obviously, the winter storm helping out cattle to some degree. We do have a cattle on feed next Friday, the 20th. But right now, really an inconsistency. When you're checking the USDA's website for cash, we've got range all the way from 114 earlier in this week, all the way up to a 126 today on a couple lots. So boy, a wide array of cash price there, and I think that's what's got the market a bit uncertain about what we really have. But I mean, we were averaging 116, 118 probably as a high, so if those 126s confirm, that's just crazy in regards to how much that cash has spiked. Again, it's all non-verified right now. We saw it on the USDA's website, but something we're going to want to watch there as we work ahead. But cattle, a big update. We'll see if we can hold through. Hogs held in there pretty well as well, and we'll see what tomorrow brings. Right now, we're retraced here pretty well in both these markets, and we'll need to be attentive that there's risk up and risk down, and we'll see what momentum we have. Feeder cattle's targets are around this 144 area. Live cattle's about $2 higher. This has been Jim Emter, Van Ahn Company, Alexandria, Minnesota. Trading in futures and options involves risk of loss and is not suitable for all producers. Past performance is not indicative of future results. This is a solicitation. Have a great afternoon.